All right, guys. So I know. Let me move my mic closer. I know it's been quite some time since I posted on the Day Trading Institution. But anyways, got a fresh breakdown for you guys now. So markets are bleeding. All markets: GJ, gold, Nas, S&P 500, commodities is going down. The stock market's going down, and it's going down heavy, and it's about to be a real bloodbath, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, that is. For long-term investors and the overall economy, obviously it's not good. But from us, from a day trading perspective, it's a lot easier to make money, to be honest. When markets are in a clean trend, it's a lot easier for us to make money because the majority of the time we're just going to be trading with the trend, and that's all you have to do in this situation. If market is going down and everything is telling you sell, why look to buy? So we're going to be breaking down obviously my watch list here, which is going to compose of the three main assets that I trade, which is going to be US 30, the S&P 500, and Nas, which I mainly just trade US 30 Nas, but I'll also break down gold for you guys, and I'll also break down GJ for you guys as well. So let's kind of start with GJ since we're already here. So GJ, there's kind of a few main areas that we have to look at. This is a lot of volume already, simply for the Asian session. I mean, what is this? This is 500 pips, right? Obviously, this is not normal market movement. GJ is dropping very heavily. I have to see what's going on in the economy to make a better decision as to why price just dropped 600 pips literally out of nowhere. But in times like this, again, you have to identify where your major areas are on the weekly and daily time frame, and then base your long-term projections off of those levels. So on the weekly time frame, obviously, we have support around this range here. We have our major resistance level being around this range up here. And then above that, we have another major resistance level being this 168, 170 area, which this is the lowest GJ has been in literally months. Literally, GJ has not been this low since March, which you got to think about it. I mean, all the price action, all the bullish movement that we have seen throughout GJ that's happened from literally from March till September has just gone in the last 3 weeks. So price right now is rejecting 158, and honestly, there's only one thing to do in this situation: wait. Wait till London session and see what happens, because most likely we're gonna see a bounce play from this area. Again, that's just most likely what's gonna happen. It doesn't mean it will happen. We're gonna look for a bounce play off of this area where basically we're just gonna be looking to buy at that level of support. Now again, bearish volume is still very strong. You do have to be very careful. This is not a trade. If you're looking to buy, this is not a position where I would like to put big risk behind. Long term, we could see GJ actually bounce back up and pull back into the 158 resistance range, which would be the major range, which is kind of what we've seen happen time and time again. More importantly, though, price needs to maintain above this support level. If price maintains above this support level, then you can look to buy. Once price starts to break below, then just simply wait for that break and retest. We need that extra confirmation in times like this that we're going to see price continue to go down, just because there's so much volatility in these markets nowadays. Now, if price does break under this support level, I mean, we're going to see a pretty hefty size drop, most likely, probably back down into most likely 148 would be the first area, which is roughly 200 pips. So if price does break under this 149 range, just simply look out for 148, which, I mean, if I were to put it into visualization for you guys, that would kind of be this range right here. So be cautious for GJ to break that support level, and if GJ does break that support level, just simply look for it to come down into 148. So you could look for a nice trade, basically from like here to here, which is about 91 pips. Other than that, you got to be getting very cautious. Now, GJ could drop more than 91 pips, but keep in mind the volume for the day. We've already seen a 600 pip drop. So honestly, I do see GJ coming back up from this level for a pullback, but again, like in these times, you really never know. Now, if price does break 148, then just simply look for it to come down into this 146 range is really where I would like to see GJ come down to. But again, 148 is a very important level that you need to pay attention to. Now, gold has been continuously making lower lows, which is quite surprising because again, gold is seen as a safe haven. When everything is dropping, investors typically put a lot of their money into gold. Typically, also when the economy is doing bad, we see a lot of money being moved into gold as well. But gold is pulling back. I mean, from a weekly perspective, it's consolidated in between the 1680 and the $2,000 range since literally July of 2020. Now, gold is pulling back, which is normal on the monthly time frame. Again, a major key level for gold would be this 1550 range. We'll put it at 1550 would be a major key level for gold. Until then, until we see a real shift in structure, we're going to see gold continue to drop. Of course, again, guys, don't forget your basics: higher highs, higher lows, lower highs. Once we see that lower high break, we'll see gold continue to actually start going back up. Now, in terms of where we could possibly see gold drop to next, I mean, we have a few areas we could look at, but really, like, from a structure basis, a structure perspective, right, from the 1640 level, we'll see it come down into 1600. So really, like, this 1640 level, as long as it holds as resistance, pretty much kind of what happened up here, we could see gold to continue to drop. So you guys could definitely look to sell at the 1644 range, which is major support, which gold is currently trading under. So as long as gold currently trades under the 1644 range, you could kind of watch out for it to go down into the 1600 range, long term at least. I'm not saying that's going to happen tonight, but that's definitely a big possibility. Now, indices. So we have a few major areas with indices that we actually do have to pay attention to. Price is currently trading under a few of them. We look at the US 30. We broke under 30,000, which now we are definitely in 100% a bear market, right? This 30,000 price range was kind of like that. I don't want to say safe haven range, but that's where really buyers were trying to hold price the most, because that is a 20% drop from the highs. And once price drops under 20% from the highs, and it's going to be considered more than 20%, my apologies, from the highs, so 21% is typically when it's going to be considered a bear market. And obviously buyers are going to try and hold that price range and hold it above 20%. And now we are currently trading under that 20% range. So we're definitely in a bear market now. So I personally wouldn't look to to buy NAS, the S&P 500, or US 30. I mean, theoretically, it is at support still, but the way volume is holding up is most likely like we're going to continue to see sells, especially with US 30, right? This is our major key range right here. This is our major support level, which, as you guys could see, last week on Friday, we closed and broke under that major support level. So the obvious play should be wait for price to come back into support and then sell it, right? We could see a massive drop from this level. All we really have to wait for is that sell signal. Price has already broken support, so we just simply have to wait for the retest and then look to sell. Now, where could we possibly see price go down to the next level of resistance, which would roughly be this range right here? Let's not be greedy and say 2800, but let's just say 2900 flat is where we'll most likely see price go down to over the next few days, possibly this week. I mean, the way volume has been so far on US 30 has been crazy. We've had a huge, massive drop, which, I mean, you guys have seen me make money time and time again with this pair. I mean, I literally had a $53,000 day on Friday, and then we had a $64,000 day, which this is my trading journal here. These are my last trades of literally last week. We had a $1,000 loss, $33,000 gain, $57,000 gain, which I didn't actually take 23 trades, by the way, just if you guys are wondering. Basically, like what I told you guys when going into FOMC and trading FOMC, what I was looking for was basically, instead of me entering just 6 lots off the bat, I was going to enter multiple 6 lots or multiple 0.50s to scale into those 6 lots. So I would diversify my risk, which is why I see 23 trades. We have then a 5 trades here, which this was 2 trades that I actually lost and just split into 5 different positions. I lost 5K, and then I lost another like 6 grand on top of that. So this was just a straight losing day. This was pretty much almost a break-even day. And then we have 53 trades or $53,000 in 3 trades that I won, which I lost 8 grand on one trade, and then 2 positions made me 53 grand. So last week was really good. The losses were kept relatively small compared to my winning trades, which obviously would be the goal as a trader. Now, the only thing, again, really what we have to wait for is for that retest of this zone of this $29,000 range, and then we could look to sell price down into this $29,000 or this 29,000 range, or 290 range. And roughly the same thing is going to go down for the S&P 500 and for the Nasdaq. Really, for the Nasdaq, like on the daily time frame, price hasn't broken under support, but on the weekly time frame, we have support like roughly right there. And if the Nasdaq does break under that area, then we'll look for it to come down into roughly this 1099 area. So this is a range I'm currently looking for on NAS. Obviously, if NAS can kind of pull back by New York session, give us a retest here, we'll look to sell it back down into this range right here, which most likely is what we're going to see. There's a lot of fear injected into the market right now. So anyways, guys, continue to look out for those sells. More importantly, in times like this, you need to be as liquid as possible to take advantage of these opportunities. But at the same time, I wouldn't go too crazy with the risk, just simply because, again, when there's a lot of volatility like this, again, this was Jerome Powell speaking. We had a big move down, big move up, and then another even bigger move down. There's a lot of market volatility right now. There's a lot of fear in the market. So again, guys, just simply be patient, wait for your setups, and then execute on your plan. Pretty soon, we are going to launch my trading journal. This is Trade Keep. It is a complete 100% automated journal, which, again, if you guys are serious into trading, then obviously you need to trade. You're trading as a business, and this is definitely a tool that can help you in your business and follow your trading plan. I'm very excited about this journal. I'll give you guys a full, better rundown later on the journal. But again, like I'm super excited, guys, for this. So anyways, hopefully you guys did enjoy the breakdown. I will talk to everybody in the next video. Take care, guys.